Daniel Denkovsky, your delivery has been...
Yes.
Shut up, Mark. I'm trying to act. I'm on a stage. I was going to do a little play for Danny to let him know that it's... Okay, Danny, I delivered your package. Sorry for all the theatrics. I just thought it was fitting.
A wretched wound has opened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of open wounds everywhere. This place is nasty, Danny. But...
Should I just give up?
Yeah, do it. Do it, you coward. So, you did wiggle your way out of it, didn't you? Well, I'd given the weapon to that wonderful, wonderful gentleman. Mm-hmm. Who is kin. That we're totally not going to be racist towards. All right? We're not condoning that, Danny. Why is it so quiet in here? I hate how quiet it is. I downloaded that mod specifically so I wouldn't have to deal with this. Good! Fortune in every respect. That weapon keeps jamming anyway. Oh, great. So he's just gonna fail, and then Artemy's gonna slit his throat with a fucking Menku finger. And it's next to impossible to fire it and hit anything. It's a shotgun. You're supposed to. It's close range. Sawn off. No less. So I suppose everything will be contented in the end anyway. What did he say? I don't know. Something phlegmy. Are you sure it was the right gatherer? Their faces are so alike. Jesus, Danny. I mean, they are. But that's from a... Okay, now I'm doing it. Holy shit, stop. If you can call them faces. Fronts of their heads. Yeah, it was the one. There's no mistaking. He was grieving, Daniel. He was grieving. All right. Did you need money? I mean, yeah, they could definitely use some. Ooh, 5K. Mwah, thank you. You little racist, you.
What is there?
You got anything else to say? Nope, nothing else to say. Okay. Well, I suppose... What are we doing? What am I doing? I gotta go outside. It's just too quiet. I hate it. Oh, that's so much better. All right, let's take a look. Did we get any new letters? Yeah, no new letters. We can read the completed quest at least. If only they had killed one another sooner. The time comes when both of them will cause the greatest evil and pull my true fate away from me. Well, not if I can help it, Clara. And then Little Sisters, it says it's... I've said this so many times. It says it's complete. It's not complete. We need to find her followers. I guess I could do that until something pops up for us to do. But yeah, we need to comb every inch of the map. I could start with that, and then I could do some schmatter hunting while I'm doing that. Yeah. Schmatter time. Holy shit, I found one. This is my third one. I was going to do a montage. Well, I guess I did, but it was only like 10 seconds long. I am going to... Obviously, we're going to buy it, but I'm not... I've got so much stuff. Here, have needles. Yeah, go poke someone's eye out, kid. That'll be fun. But I'm not going to use it on myself. That schmouter is for other people. All right, we need a little bit of rest. Our exhaustion's getting out of control. So let's go do that and wait till noon for word from Aglaya. Oh, Jesus. This infection. At least we got our letter. That's great. Let's read our letter on the porch. It's a nice day out. The Inquisitor's orders. Bring the changeling to me without delay. Her case must be investigated immediately, and she must be court-martialed. Can you be court-martialed even if you're not a member of whatever military you would be court-martialed from? Court-martialed, what does court-martialed mean, actually? I don't think I've ever looked it up before. I mean, I know what it means. A judicial court for trying members of the armed services accused of offenses against military law. I mean, we're not part of the military, but I guess you can still get court-martialed if what you did hurt or harms the military? I suppose so. If she attempts to escape or use some psychophysic trick, do not hesitate to shoot her. Also, be sure to make all necessary arrangements to effect death by hanging. Ooh, hanging, you say? Don't threaten me with a good time, Aglaya. How do you know Clara isn't in a hanging? Okay, that's really... It's over the line, man. It's over the line. Holy shit. Am I still wearing my costume? Yeah. Hey, boys. Good for me to go in? Come in, but don't expect to get off scot-free, changeling. How did you recognize me with this on? I feel like we've had this conversation like 5 times. That's fine. Yeah, soon you'll be groveling at my feet. Hey, how's it going? Aglaya.
Yes.
I'm just... You asked me to come here. What am I supposed to kneel? Curtsy? There you go.
I wonder, who is standing before me? Do you know the answer?
No, I don't. I wish I did. Yeah, I haven't quite figured it all out. Probably have to consult the wiki after I've done a full playthrough of the Prospects route after this. And also Danny's DLC, which I haven't got around to, but I want to make that like a bigger special video, so I'm going to take my time with it. Bring her in. Let me take a closer look at her. Who are you talking to? It's me. I brought me in. Well, I've expected more than this. Much more. You look nothing like a messenger of the supreme power. So, how can you prove you're a true miracle worker? Well, just let me whip out my hands, and if I touch you and you explode, then you're a bad person. If I heal you, then you're a good person. I think that's how it works. Or, more precisely, probably, if you're harmful to the earth and Mother Bodo, then you explode. Or she finds some use in you, then you get healed. I think that's how it goes, more precisely. And not just some unsightly changeling pretending to be one. I mean, my deeds speak for themselves. All that your deeds suggest is that you're a dangerous fraud. Is anyone prepared to vouch for you, other than the Bachelor, who could easily have been swayed? Yeah, Bachelor. Danny isn't too hard to get over on your side, I suppose. I mean, we're kind of going more the Savior route than the Harbinger route, so the ones I've cured could attest to this. Commoners. Oh, and who's going to go around looking for them amid all this chaos? It's certainly beyond my resources. Well then, how do I know you're you? I don't know, Aglaya. I really don't know. I don't know how to prove this. I can't prove it to myself. I'm having an identity crisis constantly every day. I see myself in infected buildings. I shoo myself away, and then that's it. I wake up and I do it again the next day. All right. Your words will be enough. Make a statement then. Enunciate your identity. Who are you? Enunciation versus pronunciation. The slight difference between pronunciation and enunciation is that pronunciation is the act of making sounds or articulating words, while enunciating is the way of articulating words clearly and distinctly according to the rules governed by the language. Which actually, that's kind of like an important tell as far as Aglaya's psychology, right? Like, being an inquisitor, it's all rules for her. So that, like, the delineation between enunciate and pronunciate is kind of important. It would be important to her. My name is Clara. I'm a miracle worker, or...
I am Clara. I am the barb on the tip of the spear of destiny. Beware of me, Inquisitor.
No, we'll go with the more chill route. I'm just Clara. I'm a miracle worker. Poor child. I was all indignation just a moment ago, but I feel only pity now. Yeah, I have that effect on people. Maria says that to me all the time. The things that happen in this land, another victim of those deceiving bastards. Don't you know miracles? Don't you know miracles are impossible? So the deceiving bastards, because we know that Aglaya is Maria's older sister, right? So the way of the Utopians is she's probably well aware of them and completely denounces them as far as we know. Yeah. Who's deceiving me? Do you mean the Sabrovs? I mean, she also might be talking about the Sabrovs as well. But I guess, like, the Sabrovs and the Canes are both the same, except a darker and lighter version, I suppose, if you wanted to think in binary off and on terms. Yeah, like the celebration or the embrace of just death and despair compared to like a utopic view of wonderment on the world, you know, and hope springing eternal from the Canes. But I don't know, the Canes really bug me. I read something recently. I've been reading a lot on, I started looking into the Utopians and like what it really meant in history from And so there's a political viewpoint from it, which also like hooks into early like communist theory and thought, which I've been reading a little bit about as well. And a lot of like the Marxian and Leninist theorists like really made fun of the utopians for being kind of naive. And I can't remember where I read the quote, but it was they wanted power without understanding power. And I kind of feel that like when I read that, I was like, holy shit, yeah, that's exactly like the Keynes. Like they want to wield this strange and wonderful power without any actual inner knowledge, like of how it works. So they put all this like time and effort into like the crazy imagination of Peter building all these contraptions that can house souls and defy the laws of physics and gravity, and nobody can really hammer down or tell you exactly how it works. But they're wanting to wield it to make this like new utopic land that we heard about at the end of the Bachelor route. But they don't understand it, and they don't know how it works, and they don't know, i.e. like what the cost is, especially the cost to the earth. So then they're not aware of the punishment or the repercussions for their actions either. So this game's so many metaphors that you can apply it across so many different things, and especially in politics. So, or at least political theory, which also kind of just melds into, like I started reading about philosophy first, and then it started morphing into political thought, because I mean, I guess like Plato, Republic, it all ends up kind of just in this congealed mass, you know? When you start reading about these things. So philosophy turns into political thought and theory because it's just the study of how people govern themselves and how people organize themselves in society, which also goes into sociology. So it's just, oh, it's crazy. All right, where were we? Who's deceiving me? Are you talking about the Sabrovs? No, the powers that be, they deceive you. Yeah, I still haven't like figured out who the powers that be are. They deceived you. Like they did everyone else. The Sabrovs are also victims of their scheming. The Sabrovs, wanted to use you to strike at the disease carrier, but you shouldn't have killed anyone. No member of the circle is to blame for the outbreak. The logic of the world is, such is the law. The powers that be could not have deceived me. I know what they're really worth. Do we? Perhaps we should by now. We don't have it's kind of funny, during the Changeling route, we don't have any letters from the powers that be, right? Like, all we have are letters from Clara, and I suppose, or the Changeling, and I suppose she's kind of like our insert powers that be. They don't speak directly to Clara. Miracles violate the world. They're abusive in nature. When the world was conceived, it was conceived as a coherent whole, without contradictions. Harmony is the main. Indeed, the only component of any universe. However ugly a world may be, however unfair it may seem, it is nonetheless harmonious. Yeah, it is. I agree with you. Look around. Is this what you call harmony? I mean, it is kind of in a way, depending on what. Like, harmony is defined as like a peace or maybe not a tranquility, but an agreement between all parties involved. But who's to say that like one person's suffering isn't another's relief, you know? And that's what's, I feel, going on with the harmony of what's happening. The Keynes abused that harmonious nature that the kin were so invested in. They abused it and they hurt the earth. So in a symmetrical, harmonious way, the earth replied back. And this is the effect. It's just a more frenetic, painful song that's being sung now, but it is in harmony with each other. Of course I do. Or do you suppose harmony is the same as beauty, you dim, pathetic creature? Whoa, Aglaya. I'm not talking about beauty. I'm talking about the miracle of salvation. Kind of want to know why I'm pathetic, though. That was a mean jab, Aglaya. Driven by either compassion or anger, you had the audacity to tamper crudely with the finest fabric of creation, severing and rebinding threads that aren't for you to sever or rebind. You sound like Aspty right now with the lines. It being a pejorative of 1,000-fold greater mind than all of our paltry ones combined. I didn't give myself that prerogative. Or are you already putting me on trial as a thief to be hung alongside the robbers and looters? I'll tell you why you're a thief later. I just need to see you in action first, so that I can finally convince myself. Did the Bachelor inform on me? Did he say that I'm the personification of the disease? It's not true. I know that's your sister. It's a twin, right? An identical one. Impossible to tell apart from you. I wonder why I'm not seeing double like the others. Why have you come here alone? I'm not so sure that I am alone. I don't know how it actually functions and works. I don't know if she pops up when I think about her. I don't know. I don't know the particulars. I'm not sure. My, oh my. You know what? Tell me about your past, girl. Oh, don't do that. I don't know. I woke up in a grave. That's all I got. I blew some kid up. Who are your mother and father? Where are you from? What did you do before you came here? Who saw you on your way? I can't. I don't know who's acting under my guise right now. I can only feel their hands. So you won't tell. Then I will. You're insane, my child. You're deranged. You have split personality disorder. You have schizophrenia, perhaps. What you think of as reality is sometimes replaced by an illusion to reappear in its true vivid fullness later. A nice version, isn't it? An all-around nice one. The only thing I can't explain is you still being alive. I mean, I'm barely alive. I'm infected as hell right now. So what should I do, Aglaya? What do you suggest if you were in my shoes? I'll make up my mind by this evening, and that's if I like you. For now, you'll do what I tell you to do. I'd like to see you alter the fabric of creation. Or more exactly, I'd like to convince myself that you can do nothing of the sort, that you're a mere changeling rather than someone who incites the change. So what does this mean then? What does this mean for me? You'll begin with the Sabrovs. Do to them what they made you do to their subjects. Ask them. Find out how guilty they themselves think they are. True culprits are better than others at avoiding taking responsibility. Yeah, we do need to go back and talk to mom and dad. Figure things out. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we do have some stuff to talk about. And mind you, I need you here with a report by the end of the day, or else I'll kill you. What have I ever done to you, Aglaya? It's not that. It's just, she's just on business. That's it. I've been sent here to smother the disease, to reinstate law, plague or miracle worker. In my eyes, you're a menace either way. I won't go soft on you. Remember, I'm keeping you on a long leash. All right. I'll do as you say. Aglaya, I'd like to talk to you a little bit more. So you're representing the law? I'd like to ask you a question, which has been weighing on my mind for days. Go ahead and ask. As you can see, I'm being very nice to you for now, not merely satisfying your curiosity, but going so far as to try to preempt it. You told me that you knew why I was being hounded as a thief? Why? What does it mean? It means that this is your nature. It means that this is your preordainment. As to what exactly you've stolen, that's just the question that I'm trying to find the answer to. What kind of thief could possibly upturn every foundation of existence? It's no wonder that the law is after you. You are a great criminal indeed. Is that why my bound are by and large just all criminals? Your bound are no mere criminals. They're wicked to a rare degree. And it's because they've broken the law. They are to blame for all the evil that has flooded into the world. But is anyone who breaks it necessarily a monster and a fiend? I'm talking about myself here. We're inherently evil, Clara. Evil is what defines human nature. An attempt at self-discovery is a provocation. Don't make the mistake that your doomed counterparts are making now. Stand down. What, the Bachelor and the Prospects? How are they my counter? They are. You guys are a trinity, of course. Yeah, that's why we get to play as each of you. But maybe Clara doesn't understand that they are. Like she is. She would be loath to compare herself to either of them. But she always thinks that she has a higher calling and that she needs to fulfill it, even if it's evil. Yeah. No, I would like to ask. Yeah, how are they my counterparts? Yes, they're hopeless. The issue is moot in their case. They never had an alternative, having never reached the degree of complexity, while you've had the misfortune to reach it, and that is your curse. Stand down before it's too late. What they can be forgiven for, you cannot be. Damn. Oh God, that gave me chills. That's heavy. So she's pointing towards the end choice here. Yeah. I wonder if she's like extrapolating that from all the pieces that are on the board right now. Like that it's going to be a huge decision coming from Clara that sways this thing in whatever direction. And then if she continues on the path that she is, Clara continues on the path that she's going on now, then it will be the gravest sin. That means that it's going to be a really bad choice at the end of this, I feel, if I'm like reading the subtext correctly. I'm just to placate Aglaya. Yeah, all right, well, think it over. Do you know who? I have a few more questions, Aglaya. Do you know who the powers that be are? You don't need to know about that. The powers that be are those who sent me and the Bachelor here, along with one more queen piece. Okay, so me attaching the powers that be to the kids at the end playing in the sandbox could be incorrect, right? Well, of course it could be incorrect. Like it just doesn't gel or feel right. Like the powers that be are the people back at the Citadel where Danny came from and where Aglaya came from. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I wish, like, on the wiki, all the stuff, I'm sure, is, like, all laid out next to each other and the references for everything as far as, like, the theory of what the game's all about. It's all there, I'm sure, but it's hard for me in my head to remember back about all the conversations I had about the powers that be and, like, shuffle that information down into a way that makes sense to myself. It's really difficult because I don't read shit. I mean, I read the game and I think about it and then I edit the videos and I think about it even more. But I haven't read any theories or anything on it. So we're doing this from like a pure just gameplay standpoint. Along with one more queen piece. Maria? A proud rider on a fire-breathing steed. No, that's Alexander Block. Yeah, he's already near. You'll meet him yet. Yeah, I already know. I know already. Why do you have so little regard for the Sauros, Aglaya? Before I go and talk to them. Because I don't like presumptuous fools. Humans' lives are valuable to me. To this day, I've been paying for my kind-heartedness. You shouldn't blame them. They did what they believed to be their duty. I believe that. Even however misguided it is. And I know Katarina's like really troubled. Especially with the rat prophet whispering at her all the time. She just can't like discern reality from unreality anymore.
Why are they playing me up?
Oh, I performed a miracle. Oops, I didn't mean to click through that. I have proof that I'm not who I've been mistaken for. I've performed a miracle. What miracle have you performed? Yesterday I cleansed the atrium district, the one that borders the cathedral. Oh, yeah, go and see for yourself. Today I banished the disease from the spleen district. You can check. It will be clean tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, this is the past, so I'm not going to do that one. Let's do this one right here. It'll be cleansed tomorrow. You'll see. Indeed. Meanwhile, the information that I've got is the disease is rampant in the kidneys. What will happen tomorrow? Tomorrow it will be clean, I'm sure. According to the Bachelor, the disease burns out in the space of a day. And your Bachelor knows nothing. It doesn't burn out on its own accord, I can assure you. Oh, it was... Holy shit, that's I don't know why I didn't put that together. So the burned out districts are all... Like, as we were playing with Danny, when they burn out, that's Clara's doing. Ooh, that's so cool. I can assure you, if I didn't do it, the disease would still be there tomorrow. This information needs to be thoroughly checked. If it is indeed the way you describe it, and you're capable of cleansing districts one at a time, I suppose I might even reward you for such feats. Okay, just, test me. You'll see I'm telling the truth. Ooh, that's a very odd denomination of money. Why?
I won.
Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. All right. Wow. That was it. What are you looking at? What? Do you need something? what if it falls? The tower, with its fragile stem. What, you don't like the polyhedron? Well, of course I do. It's wonderful. But more children gather here, the more anxious I feel. It's so shaky. And my girl's spending all her time there. Yeah, don't worry. It's more stable than most buildings in this town. That's all you wanted to talk about? All right. Go somewhere safe. There's people on fire. All right, cool. So we got our main task for the day, vengeance. Who would have thought that I'd return to this house as a harbinger and a judge? Everything is head over heels. Fate plays with us in mischievous ways. Indeed it does. All right, well, that's a long, long walk all the way over to the Sabarovs. But I think we can spin there. I haven't done spin transition in a while, so...
Whoa. Holy shit. What?
That's okay, I'll make it.
Where am I? Okay, how do I get out? How do I get out? Alright, I have an idea.
That's okay, I'll make it. I made it.
3, 2, 1.
Holy shit.
No, I can't stand it much longer.
I can't stand it either. Oh, I am never... Oh, Jesus. Oh, holy shit. I'm never doing that again. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm already sick. That made me even worse, more nauseous. Yeah, our infection's pretty low, though.
What has this town turned into?
Sorry. Yeah, I know. Just trippy ladies just teleporting everywhere. Holy crap.
The rabble is completely out of control. They must have been bottling up their lowly instincts for quite some time.
My reign has been a brief one. I've come to you as an envoy of the Inquisitor, Dad. Well, that's entirely lawful. What does the Inquisitor want with me? She's ordered me to question you the way I used to question the others upon your orders. I'll ask you my way, and you'll give me an answer. All right, let's do it your way. But before I sign my own death warrant, I'd like you to find out a certain thing I can't even finish this sentence. I'd like you to find out a certain thing that greatly intrigues me. It won't save... Jeez, he's always got one more fucking scheme, doesn't he? It won't save me, but perhaps it'll help towards a better understanding of my motives. All right. Yeah, I can at least afford you that. You guys have been very generous with your home, I suppose. Even though you ordered me around like a little servant girl, I suppose. But yeah, what is it? I believe the town has been doomed from the outset. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty correct there. And if I'm right, there is at least a degree to which our actions could be justified. So here goes. I anticipate that some very powerful people share my views. Find out one last thing for me. By whom? And with what instructions? Were 3 envoys sent here. The Bachelor, the Inquisitor, and the Commander. Why is this going to help you? And the Commander, we haven't seen Alexander yet. But I kind of just want to know why. It is clear at this point that all 3 emissaries are destroyers. Not one of them is even considering the option of preservation and future creation development. Find out, then, what orders these destroyers have been given. I am interested in knowing who instructed these destroyers, and with what rationale. And why do you need to know that? I mean, he's right on, actually. This is like the first thing that he's completely 100% correct on. Why do you need to know that? Don't you understand? I can die with a clear conscience if I know who's pulling the strings also believes the town to be doomed. Otherwise, I'll go mad. Find out for me, my child. Then I'll tell you everything. And I'll make you the heiress, even as you condemn me to death. All right, Father. I'll find out. The Bachelor won't be at home. He's searching for undercover agents. Oh, cool. Yeah, undercover agent operation. Another thought-provoking detail, by the way. He's searching for undercover agents for the powers that be to turn over to the Inquisitor for execution. They've been hiding behind executor masks. All right. Yeah, I'll find him. He's at the theater, right?
Bachelor discovered who was hiding under...
I think so. And we can go talk to Katarina too, just in case. Oh, wow, my health is really low. Why is it so low? Clothy. Hoop. I just felt like being quiet for a moment. Mother? Did you just boot up?
Shh.
Okay. Sorry. I shouldn't have asked. Okay. So, who could tell me where exactly the Bachelor is searching for the executors? He must have visited the theater. They would know where he went. They? You mean Mark? Mark will. Gazebo. Oh, that sounds so relaxing right now. I wish there was a gazebo near me. You can just type into Google gazebos near me. There's probably one. They have gazebos at parks and stuff. I don't really make a habit of going to a park by myself and sitting under a gazebo though. I mean, it would be pleasant to read there, I suppose. That would be nice. It still make me feel like a creep though. It's just weird. Yeah. Hey, Mark. Oh, Danny, you're here. Good. I require thou assistance. Assist me.
Saburov is no longer a governor. All for the best.
Ooh, he actually caught me. I just jumped off at him. I didn't know he would embrace me in his muscly arms and set me down on my toes, safe and sound. I need to ask you an intimate question and be honest. I'll find out eventually anyway. I'd just rather hear it from you. Uh-oh. That sounds naughty, but it's not. Oh, is this what you wanted? What are we talking about here? I don't know. Oh shit. Yeah. He wants the executor robes. Yeah, that's why, because he needs to go undercover. Yeah, okay, cool. So we can give him the robes. Oh, that works out. Yeah. Need to ask you an intimate question first, though. If that was supposed to frighten me, it didn't. It's not like you're ever going to think anything good of me, no matter what you hear. And from home, listen up, plague girl. The matter of utmost importance is about to go to the dogs. That's why I'll trade my frankness for an executor's mask. What, one of these? Well, the very thing. Okay. Are you surprised? Not in the slightest. It'll fit you very well. So you wanted to talk about something sensitive? Yeah, tell me what led to you being sent here, please. Well, I'm making no secret of it now. I can barely stop myself from grabbing passerbys by their collars and torturing them with my terrible tale. Do you think the powers that be knew all along that this town was doomed? No. The powers that be are anxious to save the town. That's what matters to them. Even though they've sent me on this blasphemous mission, couched in charitable rhetoric. But I'm going to make them sorry for being so Jesuit about it. Jesuit in a response to, like, the Catholicism? Roman Catholic? Jesuit priest? Maybe that's like a sideways, like, insult? Being so archaic about it. Or iron-fisted about it, perhaps. Yeah, probably using it as a pejorative. Especially with Aglaya insisting the town can't be saved. Indeed, why not? This town is a most unfortunate synthesis of inconsolable opposites. They're gnawing at each other, coupled forcefully by an extraneous will like two of the same pole of a magnet. Spirits can't be contained by everyday life matter. The town may have nurtured a miracle into existence, but it must be released now. And here, yeah, so this is the point where he finally starts believing. And here, as you can see, Aglaya is right. And what are her instructions to you so far? I don't know. Yeah, she's being really tight-lipped about it. But I can give you a tip. She's been surprisingly forthright with their aspects. I can't wait to play through Artemis line. It's going to be so good. Like, that's supposed to be the main quest line for this. We've just been playing the side stuff, not the actual game. So, I mean, it is the actual game. It's part of the game. But this is like DLC compared to playing through Artemis' main quest line. Yeah, I'm excited. Ask him. Perhaps he'll share her confessions with you. I don't suppose the feelings have been mutual. Do you know where Artemis is right now? I met him an hour ago. He was on his way to the dormitory, specifically to its short block. All right, well, here's hoping he's still alive. He doesn't get wasted by the shotgun I gave that worm.
My head is spinning.
I can tell you again that I give him the weapon to the bogey? Oh, I guess I didn't do that quest. I thought I finished it. Oh well.
What?
Well, I'm going to say the same thing I say every time we have to go there. Hooray. We're going to the termitary. What? Is that? Hey! What's up, little guy? How you doing? Holy shit. Seeing you in the daylight. This has got to be it. Oh, man. I was just going to the termitary and I looked through this little crack in here because it's not closed off right there. And I saw him out of the corner of my eye. Holy shit. I found him. All right. So why is a soldier? Oh, you're actually on the side of the changeling as well. Interesting. Well, I'm talking to you, of course, cutie pie. We have been waiting for you, Harbinger. We believe you, as do many others. I'll gather the rest. No, I'm not the Harbinger. Oh, we could pretend like we're Clara. We can pretend like we're the changeling. What are you? I keep trying to remember. You're like that for a reason. You've been waiting for the changeling. She is not the one whom you want to serve. Go away from here and never give her shelter. I feel like that's the right choice, even though it's cruel. How do you know who we want to serve? How are you now a changeling? An evil demon is haunting my sister. He's sending pests after her. If you offer her shelter, the disease will be here tomorrow. I am the true Clara. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. What am I supposed to say? I'll just tell them I'm the true Clara? Yeah, I don't want to pretend like I'm the changeling because they worship and follow her. So I don't want all these guys following me. Show us your miracle. Then we'll believe you. And tell others about who you really are. And they will believe in you too. Here it is. Go ahead and run away when you know that I was right. Oh, I did that. Yeah, get out of here. Psst. Go. Didn't scare them all away, though. Now I see it as really you. So what you're saying is somebody will appear under your guise and bring us plague. Yes, you have to go. You have to drive her away. Yeah, you gotta go. We will wait for her and make her leave the neighborhood. Tomorrow, this district will be clean. It's a double infection rate if you don't do this every day. That's the system. I understand now. Let it be so. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that feels good to have that resolution. That was bugging me. That was bugging me so bad. For the little sisters, I have shown them my true... Yeah, see, we got double asterisks. I've shown them my true power, and the sacred sign was revealed to them through the touch of my hands. From now on, nobody will give shelter to the changeling. I feel that this part of town will be pure come tomorrow. Job well done. Back over to the termitary. Keep walking, keep walking. Hey, buddy, I think your shoe's untied. Yep, there you go. You got it. Good job. Which one is the short block? I think they're the same height. You guys not gonna help this lady. Oh, you do not get atropine. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys are right. It's not worth it. Hey, there he is. Mr. Barak.
So what's the Inquisitor's line of inquiry?
Help me out, will you, Clara? I mean, I'll probably have to one way or another. I've promised to help a certain poor family. This is like quest upon fetch quest. They gave me shelter once. Now I want to correct at least one of the wrongs inflicted upon them by the Bachelor. What? How did the Bachelor wrong them? Does it sound crazy to you? Why on earth? It shouldn't. After the raid, he had promised to get their father out of jail, but I suppose he had more important business to attend to. The man died in custody along with dozens of other innocents. That's pretty wicked, man. Give them these 5 vials, will you? They're an extract of... well, you don't need to know. You see, I can't leave this place. I think I now have a chance to create my panacea before the day ends. Where do these people live? I don't know. Okay. but they were supposed to come to my cellar. They're probably waiting for me there now. Okay. All right. I'll give them the vials. Oh, they just point to us. All right. Factory 4. You got it, man.
There's nothing to talk about now.
Okay. Well, then we'll leave it for next time. Of course. And we'll talk to Artemy then. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Lone, and this has been Pathologic.